Hi everyone, this is Mike from North52, and today we're going to take a look at the scheduler. With the North52 Scheduler, you can trigger workflows and actions over specific subsets of records or all records in your system. This series will be broken into several videos where we will first get familiar with the scheduler interface. Then, we will set up a basic scheduler to send a happy birthday email to all users in a dynamic system. Next, we will look at understanding some of the more advanced fields found in a schedule. Then, we will set up a daily email notification to a system administrator for failed system jobs. And then finally, we will talk about how the North52 Scheduler can handle huge quantities of records while still maintaining excellent performance in your Dynamics 365 environment. First, let's navigate to the schedules like so. Then, we create a new schedule using the plus button here. The next step will be to name your schedule, and then we can specify the frequency of the schedule. You can set it to run hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, quarterly, or every X number of them. Please bear in mind that while you can set it to repeat every X minutes as well, Microsoft won't allow schedules to execute more than once per hour. So if we try and trigger a schedule to run every minute, don't be surprised when you see it only firing every hour instead. You must then select what type of schedule you want to run. There are three options: workflow, global action, or entity update. Our workflow schedule will trigger a workflow. A global action triggers a global action. And our third option, entity update, is slightly different. Instead of firing something, the schedule instead nudges that entity and triggers any plugins on it. You can control which fields on the entity are triggered by using the fetch XML. Whatever attributes you return will be set to themselves. Next, let's look at the date settings. You can set the start date when you want the schedule to fire first, and if you set the frequency as daily, it will fire again 24 hours later. For workflows and entity update type schedules, you will need to enter the fetch XML that will be used to identify the set of records you want the schedule to run against. Note that the fetch XML must be valid. If you enter junk, you will then get an error message when you try to save. When the schedule has been created like this, the next step is to actually start the schedule. So click on N52 Commands, Start Schedule. This will create an instance of the North52 schedule in your system jobs. You can see this by navigating to your system jobs like so. Select N52 Schedule in the entry dropdown, and you will see a waiting instance of the system job and any successes or failures if you are keeping them. If you ever want to stop a schedule, return to the schedule, and then use N52 command stop schedule. In the next video, we will configure the happy birthday schedule. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please contact support@north52.com or visit support.north52.com.